Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Divorce Allies and Anagram Creates marketing sessions. Today's session is all about identifying your brand from a visual aspect. So, as someone who, again, works a lot with clients going through transitions, so whether that might be divorce, or maybe you're leaving corporate after 20 years and you want to start your own business, or maybe you're an empty nester and you're realizing now you have some more time on your hands and you want to start a business. The first question I ask is, okay, who's your target market? I did a big presentation a few weeks ago about that and why that's so important, because if you don't know who you're selling to, you're going to waste some time, energy, and resources on that. So that's number one. Identify who you're selling to. Who is your dream target market? Then we need to start identifying your brand. So, what this means, your brand is the name of your business, the logo of your business, the colors, the font, the messaging, all the way down to what is your website even going to look like. So, really, it's the visual of your company. I love branding. It's something I've always been obsessed with, even as a little girl. I would collect business cards and have like a little notebook of just like sorting through the different logos and colors. I love it. And I love helping people define their brand. And so it's really important to kind of combine. So, who is your target market and what do you think that target market would want your brand to look like? So, for example, if I'm selling cars, that's a very masculine, a race car, it goes really fast, has a special motor. My brand might want to be heavy in the grays and the charcoals and the blacks. And maybe the typography would be more bold lettering, more intense, very masculine. My website would be super simplistic, easy to navigate, filled with pictures and graphics of the motors. Now, if I'm selling something like lip gloss, maybe my brand might be a little bit more girly and airy, especially if it's like a vegan lip gloss. So, how do we combine the aspects of eco friendly with feminine? So, maybe it's like light pinks and some mint greens. Maybe the website would be highly visual with pictures of people applying lip gloss, all races, all, age demographics. So, you just have to start thinking, what would my target market like? What represents me a little bit, especially if it's a personal brand? And how do you want your business to show up? So I know some people, I deal with two people. It's either I know exactly what I want my brand to look like, or the other side is, Anna, I haven't even really considered that. I like the color blue, but, I don't even know if that's what I want my company's color to be. And that's completely okay. When I work with my clients, I have a very thorough questionnaire that we go through to really start helping you think about all of these things that would go into a brand. But today, what I created, I think this helps me personally. And I think it would help a lot of my female clients, because females were definitely more visual. We like to see everything. We're used to like magazines, and even as like teens, we would create, I'm generalizing a little bit, but a lot of us would take things from magazines and kind of copy and paste them on a poster. We're just more creative in that sense. We see things a lot clearer when they're in front of us. So I created a brand mood board to kind of help you start getting your ideas out there to shape what your brand would look like. So, just as an exercise, very first, I just want everyone to take a deep breath in. Again, we're going to get into this, but this is return to this when you want to start thinking about your brand in a more visual way. So, I just want everyone to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And I just want you to think about the company you're going to create, or the brand you're going to create, or your personal brand you're going to create. Is this brand a male or a female? Does it have more masculine energy or more feminine energy? What emotions do you feel when you think about this brand? Not about starting it, not about launching it, but what emotions does this brand embody? Peace, empowerment, structure, education, any type of emotion that you can think about. What does this brand embody? Then I want you to start picturing if this brand was a real human, what would they look like? Would they have pin straight hair, curly, crazy hair? Would they be tall and strong, short and petite, super athletic, more artistic and creative? Really start to paint this brand as either a human or a being. So maybe it's not a human, but maybe it's just an essence of a thing that's alive. And once you start having a little bit more of that visual, stay with it as long as you want. Take down notes, put it in your phone app. But I want you to come back to this video when you're ready to explore the mood board. So this is something just super simple that I created, and I will present it now. And this, I will have the link to this, and you can access it however you would like. And you can actually, when you click on the link, you will be sent to Canva and you can edit it yourself. So everyone will have their own template to edit and create. So this is something, again, very simple. You could take this idea and create something a lot more creative, however you see fit. But this, I just have put things that you can fill in. So all of these picture frames you see, you can go into elements and add the pictures you would like. I also have spaces for the emotion you would like your brand to showcase, the tone, maybe a specific texture, a specific personality, a specific vibe, and all of these circles are where you're going to put in the colors. And then maybe a space for a quote or an affirmation that you want your brand to encompass. And you're just going to start going through. So again, take that image that was in your head and just think about what type of pictures would go along with that. Did you envision a very creative, wispy type human? Maybe you would want to insert some cloud pictures or some morning mist or a soft ocean. Or maybe it's a little bit more structured and you are thinking of very like straight lines, tiles, white space. Anything that you can think of, just start making connections, connecting those dots of what physically you could add to this. So I'm going to pause this video right now. I'll show you a little bit how you can navigate Canva if you've never done it before, but I'm going to pause it first. I'm going to create something that would be more my brand, Anagram Creates, and I'll show you how I'm doing it within Canva so you can see that as well. But first, I'm going to pause it, fill it out myself, and then I'll come back. Okay, and we're back. So this, you can see a little bit more of my brand, my brain, how I visualize. I really, when I was creating Anagram Creates, I wanted something to represent me because this is my personal brand, my personal company, but also be able to translate it in a marketing type, like advertising agency type way. So very clean, very modern. I'm a very grounded person. I wanted to bring some earthy elements into it. I love everything meditation, auras, energy. And I think that because I'm the only person that works in this company as of right now, it's something that I really want to establish as a foundation of, you're not just working with me, we're sharing energies and sharing time. So that's something that will continue to grow throughout my business as I grow. Again, also just wanted to bring in, blues, definitely a lot of blues. The graphics I put in, there are some travel ones, the puzzle pieces, because I think, every problem has a solution. And as long as we can bring in the right pieces, things always fit. Conversations, I do podcasts, I do a lot of content. So just, you can see all of these different things coming into place. I did create additionally a second version that was a little bit more my style. I think this one is a great way to just start. But I kind of liked the more like collage type like this. So you can see I did the same type of colors and pictures. I just rearranged it a bit. So I picked some adjectives, very like clean, but I like it to be trendy. It's very fresh and driven, grounded, modern, and also community driven. So these are just some words and phrases that I thought really resonated with me and my brand, and I wanted to bring them in. Just a brief tutorial on Canva. So how you would do this is you would go into elements and then you can search really whatever you want. So, you could even just start by searching blue backgrounds or green wallpapers. If you don't know specifically what you're looking for yet, that's absolutely fine. Canva has, like almost unlimited amounts of elements, especially if you're on the paid version. And then how you would get these little like sticker type sketches is that you would just type in like stamp sketch. And then under graphics, you can see all of the different options. So I like to add the word sketch to things to make it look like someone actually sketched it. That's a tip. You could also add the word doodle, sometimes a little bit different, or a lot of people like the scrapbook look. I think that's very trendy and cute as well. And then again, like if I would just do yellow background, and then you transition to photos, you can see these would just be more like stagnant type backgrounds, but it'll help you start pulling ideas. Like, are you looking for eco-friendly? So maybe you would type in like fruits or vegetables. It's options are unlimited. I would really just sit with your mind and let your creativity just flow. And maybe you duplicate multiple of these and you're not sure if you want to do more like the clean blue or if you want to do more creative purple. Just let it flow and put in as many pictures as you want. Again, I'm very structured, so I like equal spaces between my pictures and things like that. But if you want to make it more of like a scrapbook where things are overlapping each other and butting into each other, that is perfectly fine. Do whatever you see fit and what fits with your brand. So again, this was just a very quick workshop that I wanted to show you how it really, really just helps me make any decision if I just visualize it and get it out. For me, I usually do things on paper first, and then I transition to Canva because Canva has everything I need. So I hope that this was helpful in some situation. Again, it should be in the description. If you go on YouTube, in the description, I will have that Canva link that you can use it as a duplicate template. So it's all yours. You won't be messing anything with mine. And just play around, have fun. Even if you're not working on a specific business right now, use it for your month. How do you want the brand of your month to look like? How do you want the brand of your year to look like? I think a lot of us get hung up on once a brand is set, you have to keep it like that and you can't make any adaptations. But just like us, brands evolve. Even if you set out to be a certain way, it might not turn out that way. And that's completely fine. And vice versa. We can't, we're humans. We evolve as well. And just because we set an intention for the month to be back working out and back on your fitness tracker, life happens and sometimes that's not the case. So I like to really mimic my life and my brand and my company, and everything just really weaves and intertwines with one another. If this was helpful, let me know. Again, if you have any questions regarding starting your business, starting that side hustle, establishing your brand, and really wanting an idea of what that looks like, I'm here to help. I have services that really can help anyone across any situation, even just starting off to even taking it to the next level. I'm here. So my email is Anna, ANNA, at anagramcreates.com, ANAGRAM creates.com. Send me an email, ask me a question. I'm even open for a phone call. Just let me know and get to creating your brand. Have a wonderful day, weekend, week, month, year.